it's Reagan, and today I'm here to bring you my May book haul. May actually, in my opinion, has a pretty decently sized collection of books to show off. As we know, as you guys know, May also had some crazy, amazing new releases, which I'm excited to talk about, I'm excited to have in my possession. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right in. The first book I'm going to show off is the Prustopia Book Club pick of the month for the month of May, and this month we're doing a paid promotion with Disney Hyperion, and the book is The Trials of Apollo, Book 2, which is The Dark Prophecy. I've already read and reviewed this book, I already loved this book, but this is Rick Riordan's newest Greek and Roman inspired series. It follows a fallen god, Apollo, as he gets cast down from Mount Olympus, turned into a 16-year-old teenager with acne and a driver's permit, and told by his father Zeus to figure it out and solve the prophecy, an oracle problem. We follow him and a slew of other Percy Jackson favorites. It's absolutely hilarious. It's a great time. Totally loving it. It's darker, but also lighter. It's just a series that I'm enjoying so much so far. I love Rick Riordan. I always will. I always do. Excited to have read it. You know? Next up, I picked up the Copper Gauntlet by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I bought and read the Iron Trial, really enjoyed it, and I was excited to continue on with the series, so I picked up the second book. This is a series I have a sneaking suspicion I'm very much going to love as I continue to read through it. This follows our main character, Cal, who his whole life he's been told that magic and the magisterium, the magic school, is bad and evil. He's been preparing for his whole life to fail the test to get into the magisterium, but somehow he passes, and now he's going to the school, and he has like kind of a team of 2 other people that he takes classes with and trains with. This book just has like magic, school setting, magic, and I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I am loving it so far. The next book I'm actually gonna haul for you guys is actually an audiobook. I am partnering with Audible, which is, as you guys know, is a place that has countless upon countless of audiobooks to choose from like every genre you can possibly imagine. I'm doing a lot of traveling this month, as you guys may or may not know, so I wanted to get a long audiobook to have on the plane as well as to listen to while I'm like riding on trains and just types of transport that I'm going to be partaking in. I decided to get The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson for a few reasons. 1, this is a book I've been meaning to read forever, but 2, it secretly terrified me for forever because it's so long. So I thought, hey, maybe the audiobook would be a good way to get my feet wet with this novel. It's probably like 1,000 hours long, but I think it might be a really fun listen because there's also multiple perspectives. So I decided to get this book. And if you guys are interested, I do have a link, audible.com/perusproject, if you want to click that and get a free 30 free trial. It's not an affiliate link, but it is a free trial link. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and sign up in that way. But yeah, The Way of Kings. Next up is another new May release that everyone, including myself, was very excited about, and that was A Court of Wings and Ruin. This is the 3rd book to the, I don't know, Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. This is currently my favorite Sarah J. Maas series that is in progress. This is a fae story that's definitely new adult. I don't know why this is classified as YA because it's a very explicit novel, so if you're uncomfortable with something like that or if you're younger, definitely consider that before picking up this series. Anyway though, it is a great multi-perspective fantasy book series that has some problematic elements, but also is incredibly addicting, and I can't wait for the next one. It's just like, I'm trash for this. Next up, I have The World's Greatest Detective by Carolyn Carlson. I got this in my owl crate, and this is a middle grade detective story that just sounds like heaps of fun. It follows Ivy and Toby, an unlikely pair, and they also make up unlikely detectives as they try to get within a very prestigious like detective organization, and they want to win a detective competition, which at the very start of it a murder occurs, and so they are trying to like solve all that. Apparently it's full of hijinks and fun and mystery. I love middle grade. This sounds like adorable, to be honest. I can't wait to read it. Next up, I have Eliza and Her Monsters by Francisca Zappia, and this is a mixed media novel that follows our main character Eliza, who is not very entranced with the real world because she is so in love with her online life. She is a comic book writer of a very popular series that a lot of people read online, and most of her friends are online as well. However, one day a boy named Wallace, who is a very famous fandom writer, moves to her high school, and they make an unlikely connection, and it's all about Eliza like kind of realizing that she likes the offline and the online world. And like I said, this book actually has illustrations throughout it of Eliza's work, which I think is really, really, really neat. They're just throughout the entire thing. I always love when there are pictures accompanying books. Next up is another really great new May release. I wasn't kidding about the amount of books that came out this month. And that is Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. Jenny Han is probably the only contemporary author I read so consistently. This is the third book to this trilogy, and it's absolutely adorable, and it just makes me so happy to think about. It follows Lara Jean, who in the very first novel writes a whole bunch of love letters throughout her life to all the boys that she's loved before, and one day those letters get sent out and she has to deal with the consequences of this. This is the closing novel, so we get to see Lara Jean like wrap up and grow up completely and find love, and I'm just so super excited to dive into this. I'm bringing this with me to Paris because it's adorable and I want to read it there, and just I'm so excited. Next up is a book that was sent to me by St. Martin's Griffin that, oh my god, could not be more excited about, and it is the paperback of Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I mean, like, look at this stunning thing. Just look at it. This just came out and I absolutely loved reading Carry On in the hardback edition, but this paperback edition, in my opinion, is even more beautiful than the hardback. I mean, my goodness, it's just, I could just go on and on. There's still the map inside. Excuse me, I'm dead. As some of you may or may not know, Carry On is Rainbow Rowell's fantasy novel that is a spin-off from the fan fiction that was referenced in another book I love by her, Fangirl. Is the story following Simon and Baz, who are the characters in a very famous Harry Potter-like series in another book that Rainbow references. You follow them in their 7th year as they try to save the world and defeat all types of monsters and also fall in love, and it's absolutely amazing and beautiful, and I couldn't have liked it. Honestly, Simon and Baz are so freaking cute and I love them. They also sent along some really cute swag. I got this Rainbow Rowell tote. Find what you need in a Rainbow Rowell novel, which I always tend to do. There's always something for everyone in her books. Also sent along this giant cutout of Simon. So that's also pretty great. I could just put this somewhere and stare at him. Hey. What's up? Next up is actually an ARC, which I feel super lucky to have gotten, so thank you, Simon & Schuster, for just sending this to me. And that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, the second book in the Dark Artifices series. I want to say that is the name of this particular trilogy. I was super excited to receive this early because I'm actually leaving for Paris the day before this book comes out, and I really wanted to read it on the plane and while I was there, but I also wanted to make sure I had the edition that matched my other one, so it was just like serendipity. I've already started this, liking it a lot so far. This particular series by Cassandra Clare, to me, is very good. I have a review of the first one, which I'll leave linked down below, but it's a little difficult to go into the synopsis of this one or even the Dark Artifices themselves, as there's so many other books you might need context for to understand what's going on. Just know the cast and characters are great, they're a family, there's lots of drama, there's lots of action. It's very addicting, and I can't wait to read more. And the last 4 books I have gotten from Book Outlet. As you guys know, I have a Book Outlet page, which I'll leave linked down below, but I got some good ones this month. First up is the first 2 books to a popular and very well-received YA series, and that is The Novice by Taryn Matheru, as well as a sequel, which is The Inquisition. This is a YA fantasy series that has to do with necromancy and demons. Like I said, it's very well reviewed, and I've been meaning to read it for a long time. I actually haven't seen a lot about it on BookTube, but I have seen a lot of really good things about it on the Goodreads and other just book review blogs and things like that, so it's been on my radar for a really long time. I think the cover art's also really cool, and I'm always on the hunt for a new YA fantasy series, always, so yes. Next up is another middle grade fantasy series, and that is Septimus Heap Physics, which is book 3 by Angie Sage. This is a middle grade magical adventure series that I have been meaning to read for forever. I have the first 2 books, that's why I bought the third one. I really think I'm going to love it. That's why I keep buying them when I see them for really cheap. And this just follows Septimus Heap, who I believe is an alchemist, and he's like training himself for magic, and then a whole bunch of hoodwinks and adventure occurs. Always down for that. And the last book is probably one of the books, again, I'm most excited about in this haul because I've been wanting this book for forever. It's just really expensive, and I saw it for so cheap on Book Outlet, I nearly screamed. And that is The Egg and the Spoon by Gregory Maguire. Honestly, this is probably one of the most beautiful covers I have ever seen ever. And this is a story, wait for it, that is set in Russia at the turn of the century, and it follows one of our main characters who lives in the impoverished Russian countryside. Her father is dead, her brother was conscripted into the army, and she is poor and she's starving. One day a train goes by their town, which is full of everything that they need to survive, food, all types of things, and on that train she meets another girl and their worlds collide and sets into motion an adventure through Russia. I don't know about you, but this sounds like the perfect book for me. Cannot wait to pick this up. I really think I'm gonna love this. I feel like it's gonna be whimsical with historical Russian elements. I think there's just gonna be so many things about this to love, and I cannot wait. Hey guys, that is my May book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below the book you think I should get to first, because I got a lot to read now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye!